I know we talk a lot about change all the time, and I think, as we all know, there's lots of things changing constantly, but one of the things that's been coming up a lot lately is the ageing workforce. And I read some really interesting information the other day, so I thought I'd share that today. According to the 2016 census, nearly 1 in every 6 people in Australia, which is 16%, were aged 65 and over. And interestingly enough, they estimate by the end of the next decade, 1 in 3 Australians will be aged over 55. So what's really interesting at the moment is I'm having a lot of conversations with people around the ageing workforce and ageing workforce planning. I thought it'd be good for us to share some of the thoughts we have around it, because people are really looking at the new ways of working, and I think this is something they need to focus into. Because the other thing too that we often talk about is we now, for the first time ever, in many instances, have 5 generations now working together, all who work differently. Yeah, so
I kind of can't get my head around 5, but I know definitely.
Apparently there is.
Apparently there are in some industries and stuff. I mean, for sure 4. I think there's some interesting things about it, right? So first of all, for me, really important not to categorise people. So just because we're in the same generation doesn't actually mean we're always the same. We're a bit more complex than that, human beings, different cultural backgrounds, different values, different upbringings, all that stuff. But the reality is there is something to be said in the fact that people are at different life stages and different points in experience. So people that have more experience might have different things to offer. People that have less experience have fresh perspective. People that have more experience still might have fresh perspective. But I think what is probably really important for organisations is to think about it, because I do think there are differences because of the way we've just been raised. I mean, the people now, I mean, you see it now with parents that have got these really young kids, tiny kids, like before they can even talk and walk, they know how to use a mobile phone and play little games and stuff like that. So there's no doubt there is a change, and there's no doubt I think people need to be thinking about those workforce strategies and looking for opportunities to create great entry points for younger generations to come in, and great points where people who might be at a different life stage and thinking about wanting to work part-time or flexibly but still really contribute to society and find a way to do that.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting, isn't it? It comes back to that talent management thing again as well. I know it interacts with lots of different strategies and that are out there, but what we're also finding, which is no surprise, that many of these people that are in the older age group also hold a wealth of knowledge around the organisation, the background, and it's how you actually capture and take that knowledge and work with the younger generation as they're coming through as well. And it's not always just younger, because of course I've just fallen into that trap, but it is having strategies around it. And I think I think that was the reason about bringing this up today and starting to have a conversation around it, because I'm finding it's coming up more and more, and it's really intriguing when you start to look at the way our workforces are changing.
Yeah, and I think for me it's about organisations having some consciousness around it and actually understanding who their employees are, what those demographics are, and what people are looking for, right? Because let's just say I'm a sample size of 1, right? So for sure, what I'm looking for in life now is different to when I was a teenager, is different to when I was in my 20s. That doesn't mean everybody's the same as me, but it certainly means that for me, I'm looking for something different if I was going into a job. So to me, it's actually about ensuring you do have a workforce plan. You are thinking about the potential similarities and differences that people are looking for in their life, and where their experience might have led them and what they're looking for. Right?
Yeah, cool. So anyway, just some thoughts from us. A really interesting subject and topic, and I'm sure like us, you'll see more and more of this as you start interacting with a lot of the marketplace out there, so have fun with it.
Thanks,
Love
everyone.
your comments too. Any comments? All good?
Okay,
Thanks.
see ya, bye.